Yeah, I'm supposed to be filming another Kooky Kalamazoo segment, but I think I might reschedule it. Why? Because I'm beat. I haven't had a decent night's sleep since I moved into that new home. And every morning I wake up and every book I own is symmetrically stacked on the floor. And my cat and dog are snuggling together. I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes I think my house might be haunted. Yeah, for something like that, who are you gonna call? All right, well, I'm gonna try and film this thing. I'll talk to you later, okay? Yep, bye.
Oh, hey, where did these stairs go?
Welcome, new residents, to Kooky Kalamazoo. I'm here at the First Congregational United Church of Christ, located at 345 West Michigan Avenue in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And with me are several members of an organization known as the Kalamazoo Ghostbusters.
In founding this, the mission was to perform out of our fandom community outreach. And what that could entail is many different avenues of community outreach. Number one being children's fundraising, visiting the children in the hospitals, being part of the West Michigan Burn Camp, and many others. That would include cancer, MS, anything that would affect children and adults alike. That was the main mission, just to spread the community outreach and the fun and the joy and the happiness. Because when people see us, we either get an automatic smile or sometimes a double take or a twist of the head. But the main thing is, it's changed their day just for that moment that we're in that sphere of influence. And that's also part of the mission. And they go out later to tell people that you won't believe what I ran into today. There's some Ghostbusters running around Kalamazoo or wherever it is we invade.
What's the most difficult piece that everybody has a problem with to build?
Well, everyone wants the pack.
Everyone wants the pack, yeah, of course.
It's a big project.
And, there are, like I said, there are instructions out there. We can build a pack from dollar store items, but once you start going onto it, and that's what we say, anyone who's interested, it's an iterative process. You can begin with something basic, and then as you go on, you can progress, you can add, you can enhance, you can tinker, until it gets to the point where you want it.
Right.
And then, like Dan was saying, and then well beyond.
What I think is great about the uniforms themselves is that even if when we go to children's hospitals and that sort of thing, even if a child doesn't necessarily know, like they haven't seen the movie or something, like there's this impression that the uniform gives that it just says like that looks fun and that looks exciting and adventurous,
right? And
I want to be part of that. Like every time we see a kid, they like, oh, it's got lights and sound, and they just it's like a firefighter running in or something.
Yeah,
they're just all excited about it. So
yeah, you really don't need to know anything about the movies. It's just
kind of that experience.
Right,
like,
right.
What is this? What's going on?
And of course, it's not just about the proton packs and the uniforms. I understand that several members of the Kalamazoo Ghostbusters also have some pretty sweet rides.
Both Dan and I have decided that we wanted to, take it to the next level and say, like, I really want, because at least for me, one of the biggest aspects in the Ghostbusters movies was seeing this cool, awesome, station wagon. It's a hearse, but like just zipping around town with its lights and sirens and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want that. And obviously, 59 Cadillac are a little rare and hard to come by these days.
Yeah, not great in the winter.
So, not the best. And it's kind of, it's over 70 years old now, I think. But so I was like, well, I want a modern interpretation of that then. So I went out and found a car that I felt would represent that kind of style well. And I got myself a Chevy HHR and outfitted it with really cool decals from the movies and even the toys, because it was another aspect I wanted to put in there.
Yeah, and wasn't the cartoon the biggest influence?
Yeah, the real Ghostbusters cartoon actually. Some of the little silly things like "I break for ghosts" on the back and stuff. Just to add that fun appeal, because that's what it's about. It's about people seeing that and just there's like I said, slight confusion and then just happiness. That's great.
Right.
You put a lot of love and time into your vehicle I bought the vehicle from this man right here. He saved my biscuits. We needed a vehicle, and I got it at a great price, and it came with a name. And his children had named the car, because it was totally red, Lightning.
Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen. And so I've kept that. So that's incorporated on one of the stickers on my window. So I call it Lightning. It's quick, and it's four-wheel drive. So as you mentioned in snow and whatnot, people have said, well, it's not the original thing, you know, the hearse. I'm like, no, because I'm not going to chase a ghost through the woods in a hearse. It's not going to make it. I can with this, though, to a point.
Yep.
So I try to explain that away. But
Yep.
as Anthony said, it's interpretation. A lot of different individuals in these groups are doing all sorts of different vehicles.
And to date, how many members do you have now?
I believe we're close to 20. I think we've got about 15 active in the Kalamazoo division. Because in the process, we ended up starting a coalition, which is the Great Lakes Ghostbuster Coalition, which I'm part founder, along with a gentleman out of Detroit, Eric Lindau. And through that, I think we've probably got well over 100 individuals, but we've got 13 individual groups with some honorary groups in Ohio and I think Indiana. So that again grew what we already started here.
Right.
But with us, yeah, I think it's about 20 in Kalamazoo.
Wow, that's great.
We started a young cadet program where we bring younger kids in to try to show them positive role models. We try to give them something positive to be part of, and they're excited because there are a lot of young kids who've seen that new movie and have seen the older movie, and so they're excited to be part of this. And then special needs as well. We allow those individuals to be part of this program too. That's dear to our hearts. And we have a couple of individuals that we've brought in who have special needs, and it's changed their life and their outlook on things immensely, which you wouldn't think you could do with something like this, but you really can. And again, that alludes to that mission that we wanted to be part of.
They're not well known, but there are reports of actual paranormal activity right here at First Congregational Church. And Dan, I understand that in addition to being a Kalamazoo Ghostbuster, you are a real-life paranormal investigator.
That is correct. I head up the Southern Michigan Paranormals right here in Kalamazoo.
Now, do you ever find yourself wishing, when you're investigating a paranormal case, that your proton packs actually worked?
You might be surprised.
How do they shoot tennis balls out or something?
Man. I'm getting a .12 on this thing. Wow. Man, take a look. Where'd he go? All right, guys, I need one high and tight to the left.
I got you, Dan.
Here comes the trap.